Okay, since I ranked the Kiss albums before, my favorite band, I should rank my second favorite band of all time, Pink Floyd Albums. The Pink Floyd album ranking. Now, I don't have a lot of these, so I'm going to have to just go from memory here. Pulse doesn't count because that's a live album. Relics doesn't count. But my least favorite Pink Floyd album would be Ummagumma. Ummagumma, for those of you who know it or heard it, I thought is horrible. It has a few live songs on one side, and then the rest is Pink Floyd sort of experimenting with things, with just sounds. I think they were just using kitchen utensils. It's so stupid. I mean, I don't know what they were thinking, but that album could really turn off a lot of Floyd fans or lose them completely. They should have never done what they did on that album. Even there was the one song called, I don't even know the name of it. The most ridiculous name I've ever heard. Like two gerbils dancing around a cave with a pick or some stupid thing like that. Probably a Roger Waters idea. It's just it's silly. I mean, an 8-year-old could have made that album. Seriously. Even the album cover's stupid. With the drum kit lined up like a spaceship. Just dumb. Just very dumb. I don't know what they were thinking. Don't buy it. It's horrible. Don't even need to have it in your collection. Having said that, the next one that I don't like, this is going from my least favorite to my favorites, is this one. This is 1985 or something. A Momentary Lapse of Reason. This is where Roger Waters first left. I think this was their very first album without Roger Waters. It's very 80s sounding, and I don't know. Without Waters, it just wasn't Pink Floyd anymore to me. Although I did like Pulse, but I'll get enough Pulse, Division Bell, but I'll get to that later. So this would be next, least favorite after Ummagumma. Like I said, I have to recall these. Then it would be Endless River. Endless River to me. That's again without Waters. That's a Pink Floyd. I think that's without Wright either. I think they made that album as a tribute to Wright, who passed away. So it's just Gilmour and Mason, the two members of Floyd, and other musicians wrote Endless River. It's like almost classical dinner music to me. Doesn't have a lot of vocal. I think it's just a lot of instrumental, if I remember correctly. I only put it on once or twice. I didn't like it. So that would be next. Endless River. And then would be Obscured by Clouds. Obscured by Clouds is very similar to Endless River. It's sort of just music, instrumentals. A couple of songs have vocals in it. I think it was made for a movie in England. It was a score or a soundtrack for a movie they made in England. Someone made in England. And they asked Pink Floyd to make a soundtrack to it. Obscured by Clouds would be next. There's a soundtrack more, which I'll get to. That's a very good one. The next one would be, again, I hope I remember them all. Oh, Final Cut would be next. Roger Waters was still there. Final album with Roger Waters. Don't like it at all. Maybe has one song on there that I like. Not a memorable one for me. So next would be Final Cut. And it's pretty much just Roger Waters project. It's pretty much that one. I think at that point, they were really at their wits' end. And then after that, he wanted to retire the name Pink Floyd, and the other guys wanted to go on and keep it, and there was lawsuits and all sorts of stuff with that. So that would be next, the Final Cut. Now we're gonna get to some good stuff. Then would be Obscured by Clouds. Not Obscured by Clouds. Oh my God. Saucer Full of Secrets. All the covers, four of these album covers look the same. So, Saucer Full of Secrets would be next for me. Least favorite. There's still Syd Barrett here. Jug Band Blues. Horrible song. The Set the Control for the Heart of the Sun, I think, is their breakout song here. This is where you first hear the Pink Floyd sound. The one we know today. This is where you start to hear it. You also heard it on their very first album, in Astronomy Divine. I'll get to that next. Let There Be More Light's pretty good song. So this one would be next for me. And next least favorite would be their debut album. Now, in my mind, I add Arnold Layne and See Emily Play to this. They were released as singles before they came up with this, but in my head, they're on here, so I'm just imagining those two singles are on here. See Emily Play and Arnold Layne, which I really like those songs. Again, Astronomy Divine. This is another one where you first hear the Floyd sound. This is actually the original Floyd sound written by Barrett. This is where you first hear it, the Pink Floyd sound. And then Roger Waters wrote Set the Controls for the Heart of the Sun here. But this is where you first hear it in that song, I feel. And that's why I like this album a little better than this, because it has See Emily Play and Arnold Layne. Again, I envision them on this. The next one would be Atom Heart Mother. Atom Heart Mother, I love the opening track. What are the songs on here? Fat Old Sun is a good song. Can't even read the damn. But this would be next to me for me. Atom Heart Mother. Then it would be the title track More for the soundtrack, M-O-R-E. There's a very good songs on that. Cymbeline, The Color is Green, Green is the Color. I mean, there's some really, the Nile song, really hard rock song. Title track More. If you don't have it, get it. It's a very good album. They made it for a movie that was made in England. It's a soundtrack, but some of those songs are great on that album. Then I'd put the Division Bell. Although I'm not a fan of Waters without Gilmore and Gilmore without Waters. This one I did like, came out in 94. This is pretty much David Gilmour project. But he did incorporate the Floyd sound. It has eeriness to it. It's a little melancholic. He stepped away from the Madness theme that Roger Waters was always inclined to use, that whole madness theme, insanity and mental illness. David Gilmour got tired of that and he wanted to just write more soulful music. So this lacks the insanity, but it's still kind of, it has an eeriness to these songs, which I like. This spot here was torture for me to rank the next one. But it would have to be Animals. And I'll let you know why in a minute. But this album is crazy. It's amazing. It's really a really good album. And it's kind of different from the other Pink Floyd albums. But still, what a classic. It has so much depth to this. Folkiness kind of songs. Then has this weird bass overtone that he uses in some of these songs, these weird sounds that you never heard before. I don't even know how they made them. I mean, I think that's this song here. Man, when you hear this, the music flows and it keeps changing, and there's these sounds, and then there's a cowbell in here. It's great, this album. It's really amazing. But the reason this ranks higher, Meddle, is because this is the true birth of the Pink Floyd sound, I feel. This is the birth. This is where you hear the real Floyd. This came out right before Dark Side of the Moon. And it has echoes on it, which is like a 25-minute song. In and of itself that one song is a masterpiece. So that's on this album. That's why this is ranked higher. But these next 5 should all be at a number 1 spot. But gotta rank them. Fearless is a great song. One of these days. Oh, forget it. This album here, just put echoes on and you'll understand. So, the final 3. This would be my third. This would come in number 3 for me because this is another masterpiece, but I've always felt it was too short. There's only 5 songs on here, I think, and I think they could have made this a little more. They could have made this a little longer. So, but again, you got Shine On You Crazy Diamond, bookending it. You got Have a Cigar, Wish You Were Here, The Machine. A great, great album. Classic masterpiece. Like, this is a second masterpiece for them, but if it was a little beefier, I would have ranked it second. But this has to come second for me. Just my opinion of it. I wouldn't call this a masterpiece, but this is just immense, man. Even the little filler songs are great, like Vera. I know a lot of people say they could do without some of these Goodbye Blue Sky, these little interim songs. But I think that's what makes this album. That's what gives it its character. And it's almost like a Broadway play kind of thing you're watching or hearing. And forget some of these classics. Comfortably Numb, Another Brick in the Wall. Hey You, Young Lust. Just great. And their masterpiece has to come first. I don't care what anyone says. If you don't have this first, there's something wrong with you. I swear I watched the video. I think someone had this fifth. Don't know what drug they were on. This is their masterpiece, The Dark Side of the Moon. It's flawless. There's not a single weak moment on this album. Every song blends into each other, almost like one complete song from start to finish. The arrangements are perfect. The way they end and come in and bleed into each other. It's a flawless album. Everything works on it. It's a cardinal pillar of rock. If you don't have this album, you are not a music lover. This is probably one of the greatest albums I think ever made. Ever made. This one here. And that's why the Floyd is one of the top bands in my